Hi, let's talk about rapid access communication systems. I will be doing several videos about the various rapid access communication systems that are available. However, I want to start with the most crucial, which is establishing a yes and no and maybe system. I'm not being overly dramatic when I tell you that having this system in place can save somebody's life. You want to always offer yes, no, and maybe. You cannot just offer someone yes or no because the answer might be maybe. For example, you could say, do you want to go outside? Yes or no? Well, I don't know. Is it raining? Is it cold? Is it snowing? That's a maybe. So by simply limiting it to yes and no, you are forcing the nonverbal person to answer inappropriately because that's like black and white. There's no gray. You need the maybe. So yes, no, maybe. And you can, if the person can still, yes, no, maybe, could be, look up at the ceiling. If they can't do that, I've had a lot of people with ALS say, oh, I'll just blink. So, if they have a really good, strong blink, that's great. But sometimes with this disease, the muscles around the face and eyes start to get weak. So the person might blink, but they might go, okay, I don't know if that was one or two blinks. I don't prefer blinks. I usually give people physical cues. So I'll stand at the end of the bed or next to them or in front of them, and I'll say, look this way for yes, look this way for no, and look this way for maybe. In 10 seconds, we've established a communication system. And I always tell people, once you establish how you're going to do yes, no, maybe, you want to write it down. This is my little piece of paper that I've showed for years. This is how Elisa says yes, no, and maybe. You want to take that piece of paper and you want to put it on the wall. You want to put it everywhere so that anybody that comes into the house, a home health aide, a nurse, an occupational physical therapist, speech therapist, a first responder, knows how to talk to a nonverbal person. The unfortunate circumstance is that when somebody can't speak, they are often overlooked. People don't know how to communicate with you, so they will always know how to communicate with you if it's placed on a wall. So a first responder comes in, they know your name, they know how you say yes, no, and maybe. They come in, are you in pain? Yes. I'm looking this way. Okay, then, or did you fall, or whatever. So these simple questions can be answered immediately. This should also go if your loved one goes into like the emergency room, or even if they're in the hospital. You want the nurses and anyone else that comes into the room to be able to communicate with your loved one. So critical importance of establishing a yes, no, and maybe system. Thanks.